Welcome back to Daily Flash. Our next guest applied to 1,800 jobs and was ignored. So what did he do? He built an AI company that makes recruiters obsolete. Joining us now is Kagehiro Mitsuyami, founder of Locked In A1. Kagehiro, welcome to Daily Flash.
Thank you for having me here.
So you're an NYU grad. You applied for 1,800 jobs with no luck. What was the breaking point for you?
That is a great question. After 6 months of applying 1,800 jobs, I was at the lowest point of my life. I was broke. I couldn't pay my student debt. I couldn't pay my rent. So I decided instead of spending another 6 months applying for jobs, I would just create an app that can help everybody to pass job interviews with the power of AI.
You say knowledge-based interviews are dead. What do you mean by that?
Well, it is true because the AI nowadays can learn way faster than the human does. So as a recruiter, if you're still asking the candidates the memory-based questions, you are not testing their knowledge of how they can quickly adapt to the new information, which is AI that is filled in this world right now.
What would you say is the biggest misconception people have about AI in hiring practices?
Well, recruiters tend to think that if the candidate using AI in the job search, especially like resume or job interviews, they're not showing their authentic self. They are not being proactive, which is not true. Because if the candidate can actively find those AI tools and utilize it and eventually got an offer, that shows that they're proactive thinkers. And also, this is the candidates that can bring 10 times productivities into your job.
And what advice do you have for people experiencing multiple job rejections?
Well, first of all, don't give up. And second of all, you should utilize social media as a new way of showing yourself to the recruiters. Because a lot of recruiters, they are posting their job information on LinkedIn posts, sometimes even TikTok or Instagrams. So if you directly DM them and show them your resume, you are bypassing the ATS systems and being seen by real humans. Because let's be honest, 80% of the resume get filtered by the ATS systems. And another hack, especially for the young grads, I will give is make yourself look like a senior level employees. Exaggerate your experience because that's what I did. I look up the people on LinkedIn and in the same relevant field, I use the same keywords and the same numbers that they're using on their resume and profiles, apply that to my own, because in this way, the recruiters will know that, yes, you understand the industry knowledge. And that's how you stand out from the rest of the people.
I guess the question for so many people and their frustration, you probably experienced it too with applying to 1,800 jobs, is you're sending these resumes out. And in a sense, you kind of have to game the system with these keywords and trying to use phrases that other people use on their resumes. And you did this, and still 1,800 job rejections later, you ended up starting your own company. How does the resume process work online? Where do they go? How do they get lost? Who actually sees them? And how do you finally make it to the top of the pile?
Well, that's a very interesting question because the first 500 applicants I sent it out, I have 0 replies. So since then, I start to apply for the companies that also own their company page, especially their own career platform. Because if the recruiters are posting, there's so many job boards are out there, LinkedIn, Indeed, you name it. But the company recruiters would prioritize their own company portals instead of those platforms because that's the most direct places for them to see the resumes. So a lot of times those platforms will have outdated information. And if you apply on that and tailor your resume to those outdated informations, you're going to get filtered by the ATS systems.
Kagehiro, great information, and you've got your own company based on this experience. Please visit lockedinai.com for more information. Mitch, we'll send it over to you.
That is interesting there, you know, where AI can actually do some good stuff there.